Thank you, everyone, for joining us today for the Instant Info Systems and BizCom webinar on a very new, interesting topic for us. Are you using the right fax solution? And we'll be introducing FAXCOM by BizCom today. I know a lot of you are just coming on the line, but I'd like to talk to you about this 4-day education series. Today, we're excited to have BizCom joining us Tuesday, March 1st, for the first of 4 days of education around products that have the opportunity to give you a lot more capability than what you're getting today. On Thursday of this week, March 3rd, X-Medius will be joining us, and then next week on Tuesday, FAXCOR, another top fax server product, will be joining us to do another half-hour webinar. And then on Thursday, March 10th, EtherFax, a hybrid cloud service that replaces your transport of cards or of SR-140, will be joining us to talk about how they can enhance your fax environment. Very exciting stuff. Little admin, we'll be receiving questions. You can ask a question of us at any time you want. If you add your question to the GoToWebinar control panel, probably on the right side of your screen, and type into the question box whatever your question is, we'll receive that question, and at the end of the presentation we'll answer as many questions as we possibly can during the presentation. And if we don't have the time to answer your question during the presentation, we'll reach out to you individually so that we can get your question answered. So a little bit about Instant Info Systems. Many of you have heard this part of the presentation before, but we have been working with fax solutions, fax server software, fax services for over 20 years. We pride ourselves on providing the solution that makes the most sense for your specific environment, be it on-premise, a hybrid environment, or a cloud environment, fully cloud. We can talk with you about what makes most sense in your environment, talk about production fax and enterprise integration. And we have a wide variety of fax solutions that we have the ability to provide to you. Today we're talking about FAXCOM from BizCom. There's WriteFax, X-Medius Fax, FAXCOR, EtherFax, and StrataFax, depending upon the solution that makes sense to you. And on top of the solutions that we might work with you to provide, the professional services and technical support team that we've put together is what we believe is the best in the world, with average hold times under 2 minutes to have a question, to get a very qualified help desk engineer on the line. My name is David Klein. I'm the CEO of Instant Info Systems. I'll be joined today by Fernando Lopez, our sales engineer, also with IIS. And then from the BizCom team, Antonietta Carboni, the Director of Channel Development, and Larry Grant, a Senior Applications Engineer with BizCom, coming to us from Chelmsford, Massachusetts.
Well, great. Thank you very much, David. This is Antonietta Carboni. I am the Director of Channel Development here at BizCom. And we are very excited to welcome the Instant Info System to the BizCom family. This partnership is bringing two industry leaders together. Very exciting. I wanted to highlight some of the common core values both organizations share, which are integrity, credibility, customer-focused with world-class support, deep industry and technical knowledge, reputation in the marketplace for excellence. This alliance and partnership ensures that customers will receive the best of product technology and the best of services and integration. BizCom and Instant Info Systems are committed to providing solutions to real challenges and opportunities by providing software designed for the end user. We also understand our breadth and depth is greatly extended by partnering with such committed and capable partners like Instant Info Systems. Instant Info System delivers the precise technical expertise and superior technical services our customers require. The results will be powerful, scalable and compliant solutions for thousands of enterprise customers looking to increase productivity while maintaining a strong hold on security and compliance. I wanted to share some of the customers we have in common. These are just some of our customer success stories. Many of you may know or not know that BizCom created the first fax server in 1986. Over the last 30 years, we focused on being the best fax solution provider in the world. And as you can see, no one else has more experience than we do, along with Instant Info Systems. I don't think any other fax company has the distinction of still having the original founders and developers of the technology still on staff. We focus on the enterprise market and on the high end of the market that requires highly scalable and robust solutions. While the majority of our investment and focus is on fax, we believe innovation is also a critical factor in the success of our company. We've evolved to include additional ways to deliver documents. We also offer secure file transfer solutions, cloud-based fax and file transfer services, synchronization, and file translation. Since the beginning, we've realized that our customers are the most important assets to our business. Our customer-centric attention is ingrained in our culture, and we are proud of the fact that we bend over backwards to help our customers. Whether the problem lies with us or with another vendor, we focus on fixing the entire problem so you're up and running again. What we have here is one of the implementations that we find that most of our enterprise customers are looking for. This is high availability, hybrid FAXCOM architecture. This is just a sample of the general architecture. As you can see, there are three main components of any BizCom solution, and they are the BizCom FAXCOM fax server, the FAXCOM queue, which we will also reference as FAXCOM Suite, and any client or API. The fax server does all the communication with the telephone network, the document conversions, and inbound OCR text tag extractions. In this diagram, we are using two fax servers with multiple telephony connections to provide redundancy. You can have an unlimited number of our fax servers with different connection types, and they can be located in separate data centers. This will give you that high availability that enterprise organizations are looking for. The FAXCOM queue, FAXCOM Suite, is really the intelligence of the product. It is the brains of the BizCom solution. The queue determines who can send faxes, how faxes are routed, how many and how often retries are done, integrates with Active Directory and group policy, and many more options. It's also where workflow and advanced fax routes are defined and executed. There are multiple ways to make queues highly available as well, which we'll cover later in the presentation. The client portion can range from simple email to fax, desktop or web clients, application integration, including SharePoint, OnBase, and Centricity, or one of our many APIs, including web services. The architecture changes only slightly when using the hybrid option. You will now have connections to the hosted data center over a secure connection that is activated on your end, so you control whether or not to use the hybrid option from BizCom. You choose if the failover is manual or automatic based on the business needs of your organization. The end users will see no difference when failed over to the cloud. Nothing changes from an application or a user standpoint. One of the most recent features in the addition of the suite is the mobile clients. So really, you'll have faxing on the go. You can link the mobile devices to your fax mailbox within your enterprise, allowing for access to your faxes when you are out of the office. We have support for iPhones, iPads, Android phones, and tablets. The mobile client communicates securely using a web service to Suite for Windows. As mentioned earlier, The latest innovation in redundant fax options is hybrid fax from FAXCOM. This allows for the best of both worlds in fax servers and cloud fax by allowing for failover and overflow to the cloud. There are two main options. Using the fax service as a failover, where the queue moves the faxes to the cloud based on conditions, or for overflow for large broadcast of faxes. You can fail over to the cloud when the local fax server is offline for maintenance or hardware failure. Hardware failure can be executed based on a delay that is definable by you to meet your business needs. The queue service can overflow to the cloud when broadcasting to avoid delays on the outbound side and prevent the busy conditions on the inbound calls. You can work with your telco to define rules to roll over inbound calls to the FAXCOM cloud service upon busy signals on the local server. And your instant info systems engineers and FAXCOM engineers can work with you on defining that. When dealing with a site failure, a second data center or DR site can be used to connect to the hosted service. As an alternate queue could be set up in a cloud computing service like Amazon, Verizon, AT&T, and many more. This queue could be set up ahead of time with the proper configuration to allow the sending and receiving of faxes by having your telco redirect inbound faxes to the cloud service from FAXCOM. This slide here just reiterates the different client offerings that FAXCOM offers. These are all standard options within our offering, and really this is used for different organizations and different divisions within organizations that have different needs. We really cater to the end user. We really like to define any type of workflow. With the different clients offered by FAXCOM, you will be able to meet all the end user's needs. If it's just a, faxing through email, if they're looking for some entry-level workflow, we do provide that within the web client and the desktop client, as well as giving access to fax from mobile devices, receive faxes in as well. And here are some of our advanced client features. We reference this as the Mailbox Server. Mailbox Server is a new addition to our FAXCOM Suite queue software. It enhances the fax client for users. It uses a database-driven backend to deliver these features, and customers are not required to update it. The search functionality has been enhanced, and broadcast management has been made easier. Users sending broadcasts can now see a status on the entire job instead of one at a time. So, when you send a broadcast, you would get a report on the total number of failed and successful while still providing access to the details. All failed jobs can also be resent as one. Mailbox Server has also increased security by allowing for encryption of faxes at rest. What you see here is a screenshot of a complete audit trail of faxes. Every sent and received fax, everything is documented, who has changed, who has touched the fax, date and time. This is really big we see in organizations within the compliance division, compliance offices. Here you see all the different integrations FAXCOM offers with the various MFPs. We do offer connectors, and also you'll have direct integration via SMTP as well. And here we have one of our modules, job tracking. Job tracking records all fax sending and receiving in an MS SQL database. Includes a web-based client for running both canned and user-created reports of fax activity. Can be used with on-premise FAXCOM fax servers as well as our hosted offering. Job tracking and reporting is used for a couple different purposes. It was originally developed to monitor faxes to make sure they reach the intended destination in a set amount of time and alarm if they don't. At the same time, it gathers a lot of information about each fax, which allows for extensive reporting. The reporting web client provides numerous standard reports while giving you the ability to customize reports for your needs. You can also schedule reports to run on a regular basis to provide information to users while only having them set up once. As an example, you could schedule a report to be automatically emailed to a manager every Monday at 9 and let them know their departmental usage. Again, FAXCOM reporting does come with 20 standard reports and allows for customization. Job tracking reports can be run, customized, exported, or scheduled to run. Job tracking and reporting is used for a couple different reasons in different organizations and does give you the benefit of bill back as well. On this slide here, we want to reflect some of our major integrations in the EMR and EHR space. We do integrate with other various EMRs as well via APIs. With the ones you see listed here, like GE, Epic, Cerner, we do have direct connectors. And here is one of our leading EMR integrations, GE Healthcare, which has been a partner for over 15 years. One of the key features that BizCom offers, which is a really big differentiator in the marketplace, is advanced fax routing. Advanced fax routing is a rules-based engine that is used to deliver inbound faxes to a variety of destinations while allowing for the automation of the workflow. It works by setting a condition and then taking an action. It can be as simple as routing based on a time of day or as complex as such as reading a barcode while doing an ODBC lookup. How does it work? It gathers known details about a fax, for example, a fax number, a caller ID, TSI, time, and date received. It can extract additional data using OCR or barcode reading. It can do a lookup in a database, LDAP directory, or a text file. It can also format the delivery, such as creating an XML header file or renaming the fax based on the content. Finally, it can deliver to an unlimited number of destinations, for example, email, fax client, UNC path, secure file transfer, printer, and many more. You could also choose to delete the fax. Another connector we see that is very big in the enterprise space is FAXCOM for SharePoint. As more and more businesses are adopting Microsoft SharePoint to access shared workspaces, information stores, and documents, there's a greater demand to include fax management capabilities within SharePoint. With BizCom's FAXCOM to SharePoint, organizations can now intelligently route incoming faxes to document libraries and MySites, as well as send faxes from document libraries and automated workflows. Within the product offering, which is standard, are the APIs listed here. We also have a suite of APIs to cover any direct integrations. The most popular API used for new applications is web services, which can be used from any language that can address a web service object. Customers have also used SMTP to fax-enable applications that are already capable of sending mail messages, thereby shortening any developmental time. And we continue to support and have customers use our COM-based API as well. Another key component and a really big differentiator in the marketplace from BizCom is our FAXCOM for DocFlow. This is used when migrating legacy systems to a BizCom solution from a different solution you may have in-house. DocFlow is used to automate outbound faxing by scanning data streams in order to extract faxing information. There are a variety of sources such as file drops, print streams, and email. The file dropped in a folder can be, but are not limited to, text files, mail merge documents, HL7 messages, or PCL files. It has been used by many customers to emulate other fax products to reduce the amount of reprogramming that needs to be done during any type of migration. FAXCOM Dashboard, another big differentiator with the BizCom solution offering in the enterprise space. It's real-time monitoring. The FAXCOM Dashboard is a new option that was developed to help customers monitor their faxing ecosystem. It can be used to monitor items and alert if they go above or fall below a threshold that you set. An example would be monitoring a fax server to make sure there are always faxes coming in and alert if the amount of faxes fall below the expected value. You can also set monitoring times to avoid getting alerts during off-peak times like nights and weekends. There are hundreds of points that can be monitored on both the FAXCOM server and FAXCOM suite. In addition, each administrator can have their own customized dashboard, allowing them to only monitor items that are relevant to them at that time. Alarms can be displayed on the dashboard console or sent to an admin via email. What sets BizCom apart from the competition? This is always a major discussion point when working with current clients and future clients. As you can see, there are many product differentiators, and I'll touch upon a few as we go through. One of the main ones you see here is, as we talked about earlier, the FAXCOM hybrid model. The hybrid solution, again, combines on-premise FAXCOM servers and the FAXCOM cloud service offering, which completely gives you the experience of having an on-premise and a hosted, which is seamless to the admins and the users. Fax is always available. Another major differentiator, advanced fax routing and DocFlow. They are two workflow and policy tools that support automated and rule-based routing. They perform an extraction of data from the fax image. They can perform a lookup of the network resource, LDAP, ODBC, and format for delivery and delivery to multiple locations. And then we have job tracking. Job tracking, which is your full-blown reporting and monitoring tool. It comes with a powerful auditing and reporting tool that collects and stores fax transactions in an SQL database. Data can be viewed by a multitude of built-in reports, and also we work with any third-party reporting tools like Crystal Reports. And again, I do want to mention our encryption at rest feature, which is big with the changes that are happening in the compliance offices of big organizations. Let's go through some of the other product differentiators. High availability during upgrades. This we see as a major differentiator. With the BizCom solution, nothing needs to come offline when you're doing a major or minor software upgrade. The add to list function. It's a patented technology that lets users incrementally build a single fax from multiple sources. Let me give you an example. A person is pulling reports from 4 different databases, which all run their own applications. From each 4 of the applications, the user can print a fax each report. Each report is then added to a single fax. The compilation fax then only needs to be addressed a single time and delivered all at once. At the recipient side, they receive a single fax. Hybrid for business continuity and disaster recovery. BizCom FAXCOM is the only solution offering in the marketplace that can support an on-premise fax server and the cloud simultaneously with one interface from an admin and user standpoint. This has been huge in the marketplace with our enterprise clients. Any enterprise organization wants one single interface, and BizCom gives you that. Same functionality, same feature set for both hosted and on-premise servers from BizCom. And the FAXCOM Q. That is another major differentiator in the marketplace. It provides intelligent management software that provides administrators with the ability to configure multiple instances of the fax server for different groups and departments. The Q can scale to support 128 96-channel fax servers. And I want to note, a single fax server can connect to thousands of Qs simultaneously. Some things I also want to mention at the close of this wonderful webinar. Since the beginning, BizCom has realized that our customers are the most important assets to our business. Our customer-centric approach is ingrained in our culture, and we are proud of the fact that we bend over backwards to help our customers. Our staff is the most experienced in the industry at helping customers with mission-critical applications. We have developed a level of expertise that is unmatched. It's important to have the proper knowledge in order to consult with customers on the best way to deploy products and use the proper features. The BizCom solutions help organizations to secure deliveries, reduce costs, increase productivity, improve overall customer satisfaction. These solutions are used across all industries, including healthcare, finance, government, transportation, education, and many more. We have clients for all your needs, from the standard email client, Outlook add-in, Office 365, desktop client, web-based clients, and mobile clients for Android and iOS. Our solutions give you the ability to automate tasks, which are rules-based inbound routing engine and workflow capabilities in our clients. Finally, integration is one of the biggest benefits of working with the BizCom solution, with many native integrations available or the use of any of our APIs. BizCom, together with Instant Info Systems, can help you from the initial assessment to implementation through the user training and support. We are a full-service company that stands behind our products and offers 7x24 support staff based in the U.S. BizCom's mission is to provide production-level electronic document delivery software and services for enterprises while providing unmatched world-class customer service support. Thank you all for attending, and we look forward to speaking with all of you very, very soon.
Antonietta, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us the introduction to the functionality that the BizCom FAXCOM server can provide. It's, as you can see, there is a whole lot of functionality there, and the innovation that's been occurring at BizCom over many, many years is really making it a world-class server. So once again, I'd like to ask all of you that are online with us today to use the GoToWebinar control panel on the right side of your screen and go into the questions area to submit questions to us about the anything that you have related to the presentation. We'll answer as many as we can right now, and if we can't answer the questions online, we will reach out to you individually and get those questions answered. Here's a question that just came in. How hard is it to convert to the BizCom server from WriteFax? Antonietta, Larry, You guys have some feel for that?
Yeah, absolutely. Here we are, and Larry Grant has joined us as well.
Good afternoon. It's very simple. We've built two tools, a mailbox converter and a phone book converter to help with the conversion process from WriteFax to FAXCOM.
Okay, pretty straightforward. So it sounds like you have customers that have converted from WriteFax in the past over to the FAXCOM server.
Absolutely.
Yes, we have many, many customers and customers that are willing to help, future customers that are looking to migrate as well.
Okay, fantastic. That's good to know. And does the product work with Exchange 2016?
Yes.
It does. Okay, fantastic. And we're only 2 months into 2016, so that's not so bad. Does it work with Exchange 2010?
Absolutely.
Kind of a checkoff question there. Okay. We've got a bunch of questions coming in. Thank you very much. Here's a real basic question that I think a lot of people on the line want to get an answer for. Why should I switch from WriteFax to BizCom?
Well, that's a twofold question. When you speak with a lot of people that have migrated in the past, it is the level of customer service we deliver. And that's coming from a customer service perspective. We really handhold the customer. We deliver secure, reliable products. And we do have a solution for every offering that a customer needs from a client perspective, from an application perspective. So we really have a lot of experience in the marketplace. And really what we have seen is our hybrid model, like I stated earlier, we are the only provider, the fax server provider in the marketplace that does offer on-premise fax server with support of our cloud from one interface.
Sure, and that makes a whole lot of sense. And I think I can provide a little feedback here also.
Absolutely, David. Let me expound on that. It's one single interface that's supporting the various applications and the different, clients as well. So the administrator will have FAXCOM Suite that will be monitoring their on-premise fax servers and the cloud simultaneously.
And it's the same interface. Which is tremendously important when it comes to training your end users. They want to use the same user interface that they've always been using, which makes a huge difference. When we went as Instant Info Systems to look out at what were the most innovative products and the companies behind those products that were going to continue to innovate and provide new functionality into the fax server and fax services world, we found BizCom as one of the leaders in that area. And after training our organization very significantly, we are continually impressed with the depth and the breadth of functionality that FAXCOM provides. So, you know what, when it comes to taking a look at what you've got today, do you have a company behind the product that's going to continue to innovate? Do you have a product that has the ability to use the same interface across your on-prem solution, your hybrid solution, and your in your cloud-based solution? Will that product have the functionality for the products that it's going to touch all around you, like Exchange 2016, like the newest version of SQL or Active Directory? Will it integrate in the future with Epic or McKesson or GE products? All of those questions are things that you want to be asking yourself as you move farther down the line. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of questions here. Let's take a quick look. We're looking to migrate from WriteFax and an on-prem server to a cloud solution. Does BizCom support this model?
Absolutely, yes. We do nationwide, international. We support everything in the cloud. Same feature set as our on-premise fax servers. We could take everything into the cloud.
Excellent, excellent. Larry, here's a question probably for you. Can DocFlow extract delivery information like fax number, subject, etc. from data files? If so, what file types are supported?
Of course it can. We support text files, XML files, PDFs, even HL7 and some print streams. Of course, we always want to see what you have, what the customer has, before we commit to it, but we usually can find a way to get the outbound document faxed out.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Interesting question that's very relevant, and we hear quite a bit. Can we use SIP trunks with the on-prem server?
Yes.
Absolutely, yes. Yep.
When it comes to SIP trunks, you're dependent upon the same types of quality issues across any platform when it comes to SIP, but you guys have the functionality built into your platform in order to support that, dependent upon the quality of the SIP trunk that's coming in, correct?
That is correct.
That is correct, David.
Okay, great.
And
go ahead.
Yeah, and the way we handle our, our customers like Instant Info Systems, we do multiple calls with, their telecom group. We will verify. We will set up calls with their provider. But we are very big into verifying, testing, and signing off on everything functioning seamlessly.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Interesting question. Will you be able to provide us with a proof of concept if needed? And I think I can speak for both of us that we would be happy to help you through the proof of concept phase to help you make sure that the FAXCOM solution will work in your environment and that it works as advertised.
Absolutely, David. Well said. We actually are big proponents. We recommend that all our customers move ahead with a proof of concept. We know what the product will deliver, and having it, in-house and actually testing with their different applications and users is a big push from the BizCom and Instant Info Systems team. So we'll be right behind you supporting that.
Excellent. Excellent. Here's another question. What hardware is required if we want to replace two-channel write fax boards in our fax server? My understanding is, and I'm pretty sure I'm correct here, you can take those same Brook Trout cards out of your write fax server and plug them right into a BizCom server.
And you are absolutely correct. We will take those boards, we will roll it under our service agreement as well. We will support the boards, and all that would need to be purchased from BizCom is our software.
Fantastic, fantastic. You know what, we have so many more questions. Thank you all for submitting your questions. Unfortunately, we've run out of time for today's webinar. We will contact you after this webinar to answer questions that we have not been able to answer directly online. Please come to our website, instantinfosystems.com, and take a look at the BizCom solutions and what we have to offer. Antonietta and Larry, Fernando, thank you so much for joining us today. All of you that are online, thank you for joining us today. We want to be the organization that's there to help you as you go through this process of taking a look at what the right fax solution is for your environment. So this concludes today's presentation. Thank you so much. Have a great day.